make this video to show you how we test seatbelt tensioners and to show that what you're describing as it testing open is exactly how it should function. This is my personal car. It runs and drives. You can see we have it started. You saw at the beginning of the video the airbag light was on and it turned off. We don't have it covered up or trying to hide anything like that. I'm going to turn the key back forward to reconfirm that it does have a functioning airbag light, and it does. But as you just saw, it was not on when the car was running after it ran its tests. Here it is. You can see on the driver's side, it is plugged in. I'm going to unplug that for you right now. I have a little test lead off of another parts harness we have. Can you hold this? And go ahead and plug that in. There is some sort of capacitor, I believe, inside of these seatbelt tensioners, so you will read a little bit of continuity for a moment, and then it will go away until you touch the leads together. We already tested this several times. You see it pops up with some continuity, it goes away. You can keep touching the wire and it will stay with no continuity after that capacitor is charged up, resisting the flow of electricity. I'm going to put the two wires together to short out that capacitor to discharge it, and you'll see again it should read some continuity initially, and then it'll go to zero, just like it did there. We'll try that 2 more times, show it wasn't a fluke. Again, you saw some capacitance for a moment, and then it goes to zero, and it will stay at zero until you touch the 2 wires together, or you walk away for a long time. Again, I'm touching it multiple times over here. It stays at zero until I short it out again, discharging the capacitor, and then it will read some continuity and then go away. Let's go ahead and check this on the passenger side. Passenger side is not taken apart. The seat is not in a great position. See, it was plugged in. I'm plugging it now. Got to put all this back together afterwards so I don't get an airbag light. Shows continuity for a moment and then it goes to zero. Keep touching it, it stays at zero until I touch the wires together to discharge the capacitor that I assume is inside of these. There's quite a few airbag components that have that. The clock spring in the steering wheel has a little capacitor in the plug that does the exact same thing. I tested one of those personally. I just sold one of those actually, and I had tested that personally. I discovered the capacitor in there that does this exact same thing. We have to touch the wires together to get it to read a little bit of continuity, and then it'll go to zero. Okay, so we've tested both sides of this car multiple times. Let's go ahead and look at another car since it's right here. Already have it unplugged. This car also did not have an airbag light. The car in the garage did not have an airbag light either, and we have a video of that car. The seatbelt tensioner you bought, we have a video of the car it was removed from, and it also did not have an airbag light. You see, it's pretty easy to test these if you know what you're looking for, so we definitely take the opportunity to test everything. That's this easy. Again, it showed continuity for a moment, it went away. Touching the wires together to discharge what I assume is a capacitor. Again, it shows continuity for a moment and then it goes to zero. And I can keep testing and it stays at zero until I touch the wires again together, as I've said a few other times. Let's go ahead and check the driver's side of this car, and then we can check the one in the garage. shows number for a moment, and then it goes away. Same thing. Car in the garage.
The meter.
And it shows capacitance once and goes to 0, or conductance once, goes to 0. Touch the leads together, we'll show the reading again. Okay, I'll go ahead and test this final side. That'll be 6 total tested on camera. Going through the door or something. Shows conductance for a moment, goes away. Again, same thing. And it'll stay 0 if you keep testing it until you touch the wires back together again.